Deadpool and Wolverine is really good. This is a really hard movie to talk about because there are many spoiler things to talk about in this movie that I'm not going to talk about because you should all just enjoy this movie for yourselves. So I'm just going to tiptoe around that and not ruin any of it. In short, this movie is really dumb, but I liked it. And honestly, if you're going to go see a Deadpool movie, you should probably know that this isn't exactly going to be like high class or intellectual in any way. There's a lot of crude and very crass humor, but that's kind of what you would expect. And this might be a little controversial, what I'm about to say, but I personally don't really like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Hear me out, I think he fits this character very well. I think he's probably the best person to do it, except for maybe Nolan North, but that doesn't mean he's not incredibly annoying as this character. There are many scenes in this movie where he'll just keep talking for so long about nothing. I get that the point is that Deadpool is supposed to be annoying, but that doesn't mean that he's still not annoying. In my opinion, what made this movie actually work was having Wolverine act as the straight man to Deadpool, and is often the one telling him to just shut up, and the constant bickering between the two of them makes this movie way more enjoyable than it would have been if it was just Deadpool just talking the entire time. So I have mixed feelings with Hugh Jackman being in this movie. Yes, I'm happy to see him as his character again, because I think that he plays his character very, very well, but it also feels just a little bit wrong. The death of Wolverine in Logan is legitimately one of the best conclusions of a character in any movie, let alone a comic book movie. So even if this isn't the same Wolverine from Logan, as it's, without spoiling anything, a Wolverine from a different timeline, it still feels like you're undoing a great conclusion from a previous movie, and his death now, in my opinion, has a lot less impact because he's not really dead now. I will say that Hugh Jackman was great in this movie. Not really much of a surprise, seeing as this man has legitimately been carrying the X-Men movies for, well, a long time, okay? But they constantly allude to Logan in this movie being the emotional anchor, and I can safely say that had Logan not been in this movie, I definitely would not have been as emotionally invested, because we were told multiple times that this Wolverine has made serious mistakes in the past, and he's still haunted by those mistakes he made. But by the end of the movie, he learns to move on from the past and live in the present, and I found all of this to be very compelling. Overall, this movie was very dumb fun, but I'm still very conflicted over how I feel about them bringing Wolverine back to life and how much it really benefited the movie to essentially undo the conclusion of Logan, but I will give this movie a B+.